Skip it up and that up. It's almost 3 in the morning and my messy apartment presents my music equipment. I finally finished the 3 purchases I need to make. One was the laptop. You guys already saw. I have that in the bedroom right now. It's much nicer to watch YouTube videos on that laptop than that freaking tablet. And these two guys here, I did like probably about, actually, well, for this it's not true, but for the Maschine Micro it is. So the Maschine Micro, let me explain to you these 2 pieces of equipment. This is basically a piece of hardware crossbred. It's almost like a MIDI controller, but it comes with dedicated software that it's basically a sampler. It's similar to an Akai MPC player, or MPC player, listen to me like I'm thinking an MP3 player. Akai MPC, whatever, Renaissance, Studio, what do they have now too? Not the whatever it is, whatever. Point being is what you do is you could bang out drums on it, you could cut samples, and you could assign samples to different pads, and you could produce music from that. Also comes with a bunch of sick sounds, like what is it, like 8 gigs of sounds itself. I don't have the box in front of me. This isn't a review, so I did a lot of research on that. I was leaning towards MPC for a while, but some people I know who are very talented producers said, look at Maschine, give Maschine Micro a shot, or give Maschine a shot. And I was actually going to go with the original Maschine, or not the original, the Mark II, the full-size one. But most of the reviews I read are like, you have to hit like 1 extra key to get to a selection on here. They said the only thing that's really a big downer with it, but it's not, it's still, the Maschine Micro is worth it, doesn't have the extra screen, so it makes sampling a little bit tougher, but they said it's still a must-buy, so I got that. The Korg Chrome 61 key. Now, at first, I was actually going to get the 88 key, the weighted key one, but I found out, I was like, oh man, I'll have to hold off on the laptop, I'll have to hold off on the Maschine Micro. But I actually found out from the sales guy, really nice sales guy over at Alto Music. He was like, look man, he's like, unless you're hell-bent on weighted keys, the 61 key version, which I actually prefer because it has, you know, it's not gimped like a 49 key, but it's portable enough. It's fully featured just like the 88 key Korg Chrome, but it's portable enough that if I need to take it with me somewhere, I can. I get a, you know, keyboard case and carry this around. So I'm really excited about it. The sounds in this thing are delicious. I was actually leaning, I was a Yamaha guy for a while. I used to own back in 04 when I had a studio, I owned an 88 key Korg Triton, and I wasn't thrilled with that. To be honest with you, it was that and my cat is trying to sneak downstairs. Baby kitty, what are you doing? Baby kitty. Whatever. Anyway. Yes, his name is Baby Kitty. And I wasn't a big fan of the Korg Triton because at the time the Neptunes were really big, like Pharrell, and I forgot the other guy's name. I think that's the story of the other guy's life in the Neptunes, but they beat the hell out of the thing, and the sounds of the Korg Triton were all over, and it wasn't very intuitive. It was tough to navigate around it. I wasn't a fan of it, but this, you know, I was going to get Yamaha again, but I was pissed off. Yamaha asked so damn much for their keyboards, man, and I'm like, all right, if I have to bite the bullet and spend the money, I will. You know, it's not going to be spending money like this every month. I'll just buy that and move on. But once I found out that I'd even have to spend the $1,500 and I could get the 61 key, Baby Kitty, you pee down here or do something stupid, I'll kill you. And found out this has all the features, I was sold, man. The bass lines, the basses, the other sounds, the synths, the piano sounds are incredible. I cannot wait to, I got to figure out how the hell I'm going to set this up in my little work area in my apartment. I have no idea how that's going to work out. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm very happy that I have this. Now, I got to give some advice. I know there's a lot of young guys who watch my channel. I've actually, now that people know that I do music or produce music, I've had some people ask me questions, what should I get? The less, the better. When I started doing this back in 2002, my dad's friend Ricky. Great guy, still talk to him to this day, but he started producing music in the 70s and 80s, and he came from a different era, you know, and he was like, oh, you should get this, you should get, you know, an S2000 Akai sampler, you should get this Yamaha keyboard, you should get this, you should get that. And I ended up getting a whole bunch of equipment I didn't need. Now, even back in 2002, computers were pretty much just starting to get powerful enough that they could do everything. You could have VST plugins in them even back then. You could have, you know, you could do a lot of shit with software. Honestly, if you're just starting out and you want to see if you want to produce music, whatever genre, you could get like, I mean, think about it. Ninth Wonder, who's a hip-hop producer, was making beats for, or producing records, excuse me. You can't say making beats anymore. That's like sacrilegious. He was making records for mainstream artists using Fruity Loops. And you could buy Fruity Loops for $200, and Fruity Loops is a beast, man. Like, next month, I got the one more piece of software I have to get Pro Tools again, because if you're, you know, sending stuff out to labels, you gotta use Pro Tools. Even though I love Acid, I still produce most of my music in Acid. You gotta use Pro Tools. But yeah, man, you don't have to spend that much. If anyone, it's so funny. I was talking to someone. I see all these dudes on YouTube, and they have probably, I was one of them back in the day. I mean, I didn't think I was hood at all, but they're acting like they're on MTV Cribs. They have like these $50,000 studios. They're like, yo, man, I'm gonna make you a beat. You know what I'm saying? They make a beat, or a record, excuse me, and it sounds like it sounds like you know, it sounds like a demo that you would have heard on a Casio keyboard from like 1986. You know, so they don't even know how to use any of the equipment they have. It's just that image. They want the image of the equipment. And then you have dudes like Ninth Wonder who could slaughter them on his worst day, and he was using Fruity Loops, which is a $200 piece of software. There's guys, I'll have links below in the description, man. Baby Kitty, you do something stupid, you're owned. That's why you're sitting there. You know I'm watching you. Oh, no, you're down here too? Oh, man. Kitties. Anyway, I got to wrap this up and get my cats out of here, but SP1200 is a sampler from the late 80s, early 90s. Don't know the exact year it was made. I know it was reissued in the early 90s. You could only sample 10 seconds on it. It was a drum sampler. You use floppy disk. You had 10 seconds at the most. There's the little tricks you could do to tweak around that by having a large records, like a 33, you run it at 45, then slow the sample down in the SP1200, but 10 seconds. And I'll have links below. The music some people were making with the SP1200, and only that, is incredible, man. So it's about your creativity, not about what you own. And if you still are hell-bent on getting hardware, you know, just get like a drum sampler and get a keyboard. Do not get anything else and a piece of software, and you're good to go. All right, I got to get my cats out of here before they do something stupid. This is Rich Review Tech USA. I have like 4 news stories I'm pumping out tomorrow. I just the whole day was crazy, and I thought, I know some people are interested in music on my channel, so I thought you'd want to check it out. Have a good one. You're dead. Metaphorically, I'm not going to kill my cat.